Holy shit!
My phone's
Trying to show off and you cracked the damn phone.
It's not broken.
Fucking fuck.
I'm gonna show you a thing or two. Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike, he's Jay, and we're fucking disappointed.
No, guess what, guys? This was the greatest masterpiece ever. I mean, it was on Spielberg level of awesome. Get the fuck back here.
I'll be right back.
Oh my god. In other words, it wasn't. It fucking was a big waste of
All
turd
the
space.
promise gone. All your dreams dashed.
Something like, you know, you let a friend come over, they seem reasonably clean, and then when they leave, you go in the bathroom and there's fucking bloody turds sticking everywhere.
They didn't flush.
Oh god, and you gotta plunge it. It was like that. It was such a build-up. Everybody was excited. They were thinking of this asylum tie-in. They were thinking like, what's gonna happen with Lee after she ate the fucking pig's heart? Is the Blair Witch ever gonna get reprised by Lady Gaga? Is she singing Bad Romance in the Woods? What's gonna happen? And nothing happened. It was such a freaking, I don't know, man. Like, I swear to God, the writers, I feel like it was a writer's strike. Somebody fucking, like, their fucking 10-year-old was like, I like this show, I'm gonna rewrite everything you guys did.
Dude, it was a great gimmick. Episode 5 was a great gimmick. But they turned American Horror Story, which sometimes has scares and some really good shit in it, into an entire gimmick. The whole thing's a gimmick. It seems like after episode 5, they were like, okay, our big twist is done. We gotta fill in 5 episodes with some shit now.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And it never went anywhere. My biggest disappointment with the whole season, it had some cool stuff in it. Even in this episode, the filler that they put in a lot of episodes, the chin scared the fuck out of me.
Every time.
That wall creature.
Every time. Even on a friggin', image monitor, they're scary.
But my biggest disappointment is that they never, ever, ever capitalized.
Get to the chopper!
Oh God. They never ever capitalized on what they promised in episode 1. The whole name of the show, Roanoke. Yes, they told the story of of Roanoke or whatever, but it didn't have any weight to it. When they said Roanoke, I was like, fuck, that's awesome. What a cool idea. They never capitalized on that or did anything cool with it, aside from maybe the butcher, but nah. And then the biggest disappointment was they never capitalized on the Blair Witch. What the fuck happened with the witch, man? I know they explained it, but very poorly. What in the sky are you looking at, R. Kelly?
The fucking, Gotham City.
Gotham City!
I wish airplanes were like shooting stars. Because I could use a wish right now to make this episode better. But yeah, this fucking thing was just, it was a terrible clusterfuck of we have no more ideas and we don't know what to do, but we're gonna fucking do our best to make.
Let's fucking go!
We're just gonna throw something on the screen and people will be happy with it. It was really a big disappointment, and it sucks that this is one of the worst episodes this season, and it's the finale. Like it was, I will say, the trial. Like, apparently, if you eat enough bath salts and murder people, you can still get off on acquittal. And I think that Jesse Jackson was in the backup somewhere as her lawyer, because if the glove don't quit, you must acquit.
That was
ridiculous. That was O.J. Simpson trial. That was 50.
That was Cochran, man.
But yes, that part was kind of enjoyable just because of the absurdity of it. Like, you're not going to get a juror to convict you, even after the freaking daughter testifies that she watched you stone to death your husband, and they're going to say, well, we can't believe the ghost story, so no.
Yeah.
Okay, because she's running around with Elvis's friggin' daughter,
it's a
Priscilla.
bunch of shit. And the thing is that, like, okay, it was cool what they did with the characters when they had that episode 5 twist, and they had, okay, the original story happened, but now the actors are replacing them, and now they're in the house together. Yeah. Cool idea, and I actually liked the characters who played the actors as much as I did the characters who were the actors. I liked them.
Shit.
But the fact that they're all dead, they're all dead in real life, and the only thing we get, the only weight that carries is some chick on YouTube going, they're really dead? Oh my God. Yeah, that was it. Like, it's like their lives didn't matter. Their characters didn't matter. It was just a fucking joke.
That
was
whole,
a gimmick.
leprechaun Scottish person that was on there, I think that's Irish, but it doesn't matter. That thing was pointless too. Yeah. When she presented, again, at the very beginning we didn't mention this, they have this big screen and they bring all the actors on and they're talking about, it's pretty much, they're talking about the success of the first season and all this shit. But I was thinking when they introduced it, because I thought that was a choppy, shitty way of introducing that scene, because it felt out of place after what was going to happen later in the episode. Because I thought, okay, so they all survived a return to Roanoke or whatever, and I'm like, what?
No!
Because I was thinking Robert Downey Jr. time, I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Like, there was so much time. And then,
booty sweat.
And then that whole Scottish thing after she presented Lee with the picture of her daughter, and then I don't know, man. And so basically, what happens after all that goes down? Lee gets acquitted at trial. Flora goes missing because Flora says, you killed my daddy, I don't want nothing to do with you, and then she goes away and Priscilla takes her, and so basically you come back around, you U-turn it. Lee shows up at the house after the Spirit Adventures crew has broken into the house to film a ghost show.
So which, for by the way, third or fourth time in this episode.
I do like those guys though, because it was funny to me that they were poking fun at like Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters and all the other shit that go on.
But I hated it, and it was also just a rip-off of the movie that we were in
Grave
the sequel
Encounters?
to. Yeah, Grave Encounters. It was a ripoff of Grave Encounters, then making fun of them. And plus, those guys I thought were annoying. It went to super cheese level. And again, for the 4th time this season, we're telling the same goddamn story over again.
Well,
people go into the house, the fucking blood moon's out, and all the same creatures come. The pig man comes around the corner. Everything happens the exact same way, and the same scary people come out and do the same scary shit.
I think they ran out of budget too, also, because when they were killing them, it was just like a quick little slice.
Yeah,
like before that, they were like pulling their guts out. There was like amazing effects, and now it's like ketchup.
The arrow thing looked cool, but it was like a bad VOD found footage movie.
Yeah, but the arrows, where the fuck?
The lights went out again, man.
Oh, God, man. Spit that dick out. Hey, it's Mike's face when he saw his dick for the first time.
That's what girls do when they see it.
But okay, yeah, and that was another thing. When they shoot the arrows, like just the way that it looked like the moon shot him.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, that moon's vicious.
Blood moon.
It really is a girl on her period. She was like, don't fuck in my house. Okay, so basically, before all that, Lee goes back to the house. The Ghost Adventure Spirit Crew guys are there. They're like, oh my God, there's real footage here, and I can't believe Lee's here. And by the way, Cricket shows up, which I do like Cricket in that part, because when they introduce Cricket again, he's like, and he's walking up the street, that music's coming on, and he's back to help them out because he's a psychic or whatever. Anyway, basically,
I feel the pain in this fabric.
Yeah, Flora has gone missing, and that's why Lee's there, is to find her. She knows that Priscilla's got her, and ultimately, it turns out all the Ghost Adventure, I keep calling them Ghost Adventure, all the Spirit Adventure guys die, and Lee's left alone in there with Flora. She finds her finally, and basically it comes to an agreement that she will take the place of Flora and be the mother figure to Priscilla, so that Flora will go away and live a happy life, and in doing so, that means that Lee would have to give her life over, die, and then take on the Butcher in her spiritual form. Wowzer! I am so fucking done.
But the ending, the very ending of it, that's the only part. It was still disappointing as fuck, but that was the only part that I actually liked that felt American Horror Story-ish. I've only seen the first season.
Say American.
It felt like the first season. Yeah, it felt like it's the only thing that felt like a screaming bald eagle. Yeah. But when they actually get back to sort of a ghost story finally, and we're done with the gimmicks for like 10 seconds at the end of it, when she gets her retribution because she's like, I'm a champion no matter what. I'm going to be there for my daughter, and you're not going to stop me. She gets her chance to. She gets her retribution with her daughter by ultimately making the ultimate sacrifice, even in the afterlife, to protect that little girl against those fucking hoodlums. And they burn the house down
those
or whatever.
Fucking communists.
That felt sort of like a ghost story again, and it felt like it had sort of a creepy vibe, which this season's missed sorely is creepiness. It's they've traded it for fucking sparklers. You know?
And the whole thing with Lana Winters, because I know that we haven't really talked about her. Sarah Paulson reprises.
Pointless as fuck.
It does nothing. So Asylum and American Horror Story Roanoke take place in the same universe. I mean, we all assume that all of it does. And you have a little tie-in together, but it doesn't mean shit.
Big deal. Take a dump in a box.
And the freaking Polk, thank God he only lasted for a second. He breaks in and AKs everybody.
Man, I can do way better. I can do better than that guy does, man.
Man, anybody can, man.
You killed my goddamn mama!
And you killed my kin. Now, who am I gonna fuck? I gotta fuck that blow up doll. I was fucking my mama earlier.
It was so cheap, man. They just put some fucking markers on his face and gave him some pimples and had him be angry in a car. And he was supposed to be creepy, and then you knew he was gonna come to the interview shooting people. Yeah. And that whole scene was just fucking pointless. They were just like, let's see how many fourth walls we can break. I mean, let's see how meta we can get. Like, we got it in episode 5.
All I was thinking of when I was watching Lana Winters, aka Diane Sawyer, their version of her, is I would still bang Sarah Paulson even in that old makeup.
Her name was Sarah Paulson.
I would still do it. But that was all I was saying. But the whole thing tying it together, it's so like, it's pointless. I mean, it really didn't add anything. There was no flavor to it. And when they do the CNN type coverage, and it's like the standoff, Flora and Lee in the house, and then they interview Lana again, it's like, who cares at this point? Just end the fucker.
That was totally fucking pointless, man. A lot of this whole season just ended up being red herrings and pointless shit just to fucking fill it in so they could do a twisty tuck. And it just didn't work. It was bad M. Night Shyamalan-ness. I mean, some of the twists were good. Episode 5,
that was the best one.
I said, was a fucking good twist, and it was innovative. But then it just went to, it actually just felt like a cheap found footage horror movie.
No,
it felt like a cheap found footage horror movie after that.
You saw something.
I fell asleep. My brain fell asleep for a second. So yeah, ultimately really disappointed. The actors and the characters didn't seem to matter by the end of the episode. I did like that first scene at the Comic-Con thing because it felt very Scream 2-ish to me, and it felt pretty meta and cool. I did like that, but yeah, fucking disappointment, man.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna give this episode a 4.5. I'm sorry. I mean, it's gonna be below average, and the reason why I'm gonna give it below average because any other episode I'd probably give it a little bit higher just because it was any other episode. It just was a disappointing episode, but this was the finale, man. This was supposed to be where all the carrots were chopped up and you had carrot soup.
Yeah.
Or carrot cake.
Carrot soup.
Carrot cake is good.
Get in here and eat this goddamn stew, Eddie.
I fucking worked all day on it. But yeah, ultimately it died really badly, and winter is coming. So that's it.
So guys, if you
What
just
was your
found
rating?
us 4.5, I'm right there with you. If you guys have just found us through these American Horror Story reviews, late into the night, in the darkness of your bunks, when your parents are asleep and no one can hear you scream. For ice cream.
What are you doing? Take
I
some
don't know.
Ambien.
With if you guys just found us through this, please peruse through the other options on our channel. We got a bunch of horror shit going on. We got a bunch of cool stuff for you to play with, like my dick. And we hope you guys stick around.
Ew.
Check out, subscribe so you get our notifications that videos are coming through. And thank you for finding us and touching us slowly, tickling our butts with a feather into the
feel it,
night.
always.
What did you guys think about this season as a whole, where it ranks with the other seasons? I'm Mike, he's Jay. We love your fucking faces, and if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some goddamn wham up in